this. Your mind and your body have to work together for your mind and your brain to properly reprogram. I'm asking you to believe me, because if you believe in everything that I'm about to tell you, it's going to be magic in your life. I want to give you a gift. I did this for I think 60 to 90 days. Write this down. No TV, no radio, no music. Remove yourself from Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram for 60 days. There's no reason why we still should be in poverty, averageness, people out there that are working their ass off trying to live the great life. Pay attention closely if you ever want to be super successful, okay? No TV, no radio, no music. Pull away from Facebook. Don't trust that your mind and your eyes are not going to see something that's going to try to seduce you and interrupt you or to be involved with something else.
Hey friends, D-Gooseby here. I just wanted to share a quick video with you guys reviewing the Overnight Millionaire program by Wesley Virgin. So, I recently joined the Overnight Millionaire program. I'm gonna say maybe it's been 2 months. I think it's been about 2 months, and yeah, it's been 2 months, and it's primarily a program focusing on meditating, positive affirmations, and manifesting your desires. So a lot of what is taught in the program is about the mentality that is necessary to exponentially change the trajectory of your life. So while we are, for lack of a better term, programmed to think and behave a certain way based on life experiences stemming from our infancy on up, these experiences don't necessarily have to be the way that it is. Like, we don't have to assume the identity of the crisis that brought us to today, you know? So you may have grown up in a household where you didn't have a lot of support. You maybe didn't have a lot of financial opportunities, and you just felt like to win was just not written in the cards for you. It doesn't have to be your reality. And so in this program, the Overnight Millionaire program, one of the first things that's attacked is our mindset, and then we are given tools and tips and almost like handheld to change the way that we think if it's predominantly negative. And then even like, so I tend to be a pretty optimistic person. So for me, the biggest benefit that I got from the program was being able to actually channel my positive mindset to a more goal-driven mindset. So while it's not hard for me to see the bright and sunny side of things, I still have some limiting beliefs. Of course, lots of us do. So I still have some limiting beliefs that instead of like actually changing them, I just kind of like, well, you know, it's okay. Some things are like that, you know. But what I've been learning is to not even allow the limiting belief to, I don't want to say exist, but to arrest it. You know, in the Bible it says, take captive every thought and make it obedient to the mind of Christ. So it's very similar to that, where a negative thought comes in. I recognize that there's no truth in it, and the truth is this: I am wonderfully made. I am strong and focused and driven and wildly successful, and I am impacting thousands of lives through the natural gifts and talents that I have and the skill sets that I have been working on, so that I can create for my family the life that they have slowly become accustomed to having. And so these type of ideas are not so far-fetched. And in the program, Wesley really tries hard to help us to understand that. And so I just want to share that one really quick, fabulous reality that manifested for me was, okay, so I have been in network marketing before, and I've been in direct sales. And one of the first things that I learned, which I will always be grateful for, through direct sales, was how important it is to do a vision board, a dream board. Wes is a big advocate for envisioning the life that you want, actually like emotionally attaching yourself to the result of having the millions of dollars that you want, or thousands, depends on your goal, but the amount of money that you want. So in this program, that's a lot of what he teaches. Go on tangents, sorry guys. So that's a lot of what he teaches. And so I have a vision board, and I posted literally everywhere. Like as I'm talking to you, I am staring at it, and so I have it posted literally like everywhere in my house, every single room, bathrooms included, garage included, like everywhere. It's the screensaver on my phone. So every time I look at my phone, first I see my goals and dreams, and so. One of the things that I posted on my vision board right after joining the program was that I would have the tuition for 2 of my children paid in full. So I have 2 kids in college this year, and they go to good schools, and so the tuition is a considerable amount. And my dream was to be able to pay that, so that they don't have to be worried about it, and so that we wouldn't have to be stressing over the monthly, budget to include these 2 chunks of money every month. And God is so good. Put that on my vision board, and within 2 weeks, I want to say, within 2 weeks of putting that on my board, starting the program and putting that on my board, the first school notified us that due to COVID, the tuition cost was going to go down. And then, by the grace of God, because of the way that things started with COVID and the kids having to come home from school last year and all this, my daughter, my daughter actually received a credit from her tuition. So when she started the school year, she basically had enough money to pay her tuition from the jump, paid in full, boom. And then my other child that's in college this year, she again, due to COVID, received a huge drop in the cost of her tuition because she wasn't going to be living on campus. And then she received a huge scholarship. Thank you, Lord. So again, tuition paid in full. Man, listen. When God aligns things for you, all I could do is just be thankful and recognize that it's faith. Vision boards, affirmations, all that kind of stuff is really just about faith. You have faith, and you walk boldly and confidently in the direction of your faith, and you trust the Lord to bring things to you. If you're not a believer, then it can be fate or karma or just positive energy. Like, for me, it's all the same. It's the Lord. He did it. I wanted it. I claimed it. I walked confidently in that direction. I trusted that he would make this happen. And if he did not show up, okay, it's like, right on. So this is the type of amazing things that happen in the program. And I honestly believe that it's because I'm a Christian, it has a lot to do with my faith, and it really is about training your mind. There really is so much truth to being able to understand that your words have power. So speak life, and that you can have everything. Like, I'm not going to turn this into like some kind of a, Bible study, but there's been so many stories in the Word about people wanting things and pursuing it, and God delivering, good and bad. Like, when I say bad, I shouldn't say bad. I should say things that ultimately worked out for their favor, but in the process there was a lot of character growth and development that had to happen. Think Saul and David, right? The people wanted a king. God gave them a king first. It was Saul, not the best king, but then they got David, and then David wasn't an angel, like he wasn't perfect, but he did love the Lord, and so through it all there was a lot of growth and grace and great things that happened, like wanting the temple built. His son built the temple. So like there's like you gotta like understand that there's just, it's really like claim it, like be confident and move confidently in the direction and see what you want. You don't have to touch it yet, but if you can go out and touch the car of your dreams, do it. I've sat behind a Bentley and enjoyed the experience and put my kids in the car with me and took some pictures so I could see it and I could feel it and I could smell it, and then I could hear the engine. Like I've done those things. I brought my senses into it. So when I close my eyes and think about it or dream about it or see it on my vision board, I have had an experience, so that makes it that much more real to me. And so if you can do that, do it. But if you can't, then watch a video, just begin to find ways to bring yourself into alignment with that. And so that's a lot of what Wesley teaches in this Overnight Millionaire program. Not to be going super off on tangents, but he really does teach that. And from my experience, the way the lessons make a difference in the way that I think and the way that I allow myself to in the way that I think and in the way that I choose to spend my time. He talks about how much time we spend on television. He talks about the company that we keep. He talks about the activities that we do, and how important it is to really make the decision that you want what you want, and that you're not going to back down from pursuing that, even when it gets tough, boring, or it seems unfruitful. Do you want it? Are you going to quit, or are you going to keep trusting the process and focusing? And then he just asks for a short commitment, 90 days. Just give him 90 days, consistent effort, energy, and action, and then see what happens. And so I am in the midst of my 90 days still, but I am thrilled because my energy action, and I'm not gonna like lie, I need to be more consistent. You know, I can be easily distracted. Like I said, I have 8 kids. You know, I do have a job, and so I do allow myself to be distracted by different things at different times, but I also acknowledge that, and I'm able to quickly rein myself back in and say, okay, listen, that was great. You took a break. Now, was it worth it? Did it, how much, you know, was everything about it worth it? And if there wasn't, what part of it wasn't really worth it, so that you don't make that, you don't do that again. Don't waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. My time is too valuable. So